Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm going to be sharing a dress that I made following a pattern by someone that's actually on YouTube. Does anybody know who ladybirdesigner is? Well, I came across her channel and she will design a pattern, show you the measurements for whatever size you might be. She'll give you the measurements and then she will make the pattern on her video and then give you the pattern pieces that you can use to create whatever it is that you want to make. And I've seen her do this for dresses and blouses. I don't know if she does this for anything else, but dresses are my specialty, my favorite thing to make so far. And she made this pattern that I'm going to follow. I'm going to do all the steps that she did to create the pattern, but what she doesn't do at the end of the video is actually make the dress. Bye. So she'll do the whole pattern and then at the end just leave you with that. So I'm here to finish that job. So I made a dress based on a pattern that I followed from her, made from a tablecloth from the Goodwill. So all, you know, standard, to be expected, the usual. And I had to kind of guess at some of the parts because she doesn't give instructions. She just cuts the pattern and that's that. So a lot of the things I had to come up with on my own. So the collar piece and how it needed to fit, of course I had to figure it out. So that is partly, you know, some of the challenge, but it's fun to just try to figure out how these pieces now go together. And the other thing is that this dress was made to have buttons. I didn't put buttons, I instead made buttonholes and then I put ties through those buttonholes to secure it and fasten the dress closed in the front here. So if you're interested in seeing the process of how all this comes together, then I hope you keep watching. Oh, and of course the reveal is going to be at the end, so you'll see everything that I did to construct the dress. The other thing, I did have to modify a couple of things because the dress is made with a tablecloth, so it doesn't flow and hang the way like regular fabric would. It's a little bit stiff, but I think I made it work. So yes, thank you again for being here and let's get right into it. And now that all the pattern pieces are cut, it's time to cut out the fabric. This is the front panel. I'm cutting this out on the fold. And when I open it up, now I have to make those pleats. So the 1, 2, and 3 are where the pleats need to go, and I'm pinning on the line so that I could connect the pins, and where the pins touch is a pleat. And this is the back panel, cut that out on the fold as well. The back bodice piece is cut out on the fold. And these are the two sleeves. And I'm just marking where the front of the sleeve is for each one. This is the front bodice piece. These need to be two separate pieces because they're going to connect in the middle with buttons or some kind of attachment. Now I'm making the sleeve extension, so this is cut on the fold and I need two of them. And now I'm working on the collar piece. This needs to be doubled, so I'm folding it in half and then I'm adding that other piece in there. Almost forgot. And then cutting that out. And it's not a fold over collar, it just has the collar stand. It doesn't have the collar folded part. I'm not sure what that's called. And now it's time to put everything together. So I'm taking the back bodice piece that's cut on the fold, and I'm going to attach that to the two front bodice pieces. And so I'm going to pin it or clip it at the shoulder seams and sew it together. Technically it's right sides together, but with the fabric, the tablecloth that I'm using, it really doesn't have a right side, so either way it pins, it's going to be fine. And here I'm attaching the side seams and I'm going to sew those together the same way. Here is the bodice piece all attached, and this front has that extension at the panel where the buttons would be, so one piece has to overlap the other. And now I'm bringing in the back and the front skirt pieces, and I'm going to connect these together at the side seams. But first I'm going to put the pleats in the front panel piece, connecting them where the pins are. So where each pin is, I'm going to join those together, and that's going to be an indented pleat. That has a specific name, but not sure what that is. But these are special kinds of pleats so that the material is tucked inside and then the pleat is formed around that tuck in. But you'll see how it looks. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. So it's pretty much two pleats on each side, and I'm just going to sew what's called a basting stitch across this to hold it together so that when I attach this to the back panel, nothing moves out of place. And now with the back panel piece, I'm going to have to add a gathering stitch in the top before I attach it. So I'm just going to add that. Some people do 2 gathering stitches. I usually just do 1 because for me it's a little bit easier. And I'll just gather that in to match the front panel. And then I'm going to clip it at the ends so that everything stays together and I know exactly how far I need to spread out those gathers. And then I'll sew down the side seams to connect the front and back panels together. And then because I wasn't sure how I wanted to finish off the rough edges, and because the yellow fabric is so thin, I decided to make a lining. I did the same cuts of the bodice pieces with this black fabric, which I'm using as the lining. So I'm just connecting these at the center line of the front bodice piece, and I'm just going to sew a straight stitch down on both sides. Now that those are attached, I'm going to press this flat and then I'm going to do a top stitch straight down on both sides. And I'm just trying to remember that in the end, the right side is going to overlap the left side, so I'm just keeping that in mind. And now this is part of where the instructions would be helpful if there were any, but I didn't know what I needed to do for the button panel, so this would be where buttons would go, which I'm not using, but I'm just going to mark an inch in from the edge of the bodice piece and I'm pinning that, and I'm going to do a straight stitch down from the top to bottom, and this is going to indicate where the button panel would be. so that I know exactly where to put the buttons if I'm going to put buttons or whatever I am going to use, which ends up being buttonholes and ties. And now I'm going to sew across right here where the panels meet. And then I'm going to do what's called a stitch in the ditch on the shoulder seams and the side seams to hold the lining and the outer shell in place. The objective is to try to get the thread to go right into the seam that's already there, so it's kind of hidden. And now I'm going to attach the bodice piece with the skirt piece. I'm just lining up the side seams so that everything is together, and I'm trying to keep that middle in the middle so everything's symmetrical. So I'm just going to clip and sew it all the way around. Another thing I did was make a small lining for the skirt part of the dress. I didn't do the same measurements, I just made this a little bit smaller, and I'm just going to attach that now. I clipped the skirt lining to the inside middle seam where everything already meets, and then I'm just sewing it all the way around. I'm working on the sleeve, so this is the sleeve attachment, and the first thing I'm doing is ironing in the double rolled hem. So fold the fabric up once and then fold it again, and I'm just going to iron that in place because it makes it so much easier when sewing it. And now I'm adding a gathering stitch to the other side of this extension piece because everything needs to be gathered and then attached to the sleeve. Now I'm working on the collar piece. I'm attaching those two pieces that I cut, sewing around the top line and then down the sides and leaving it open on the bottom. And then I'm adding interfacing on one side of the collar pieces. So this is iron on, and I'm going to iron this in just to give the collar some stability and to strengthen it. And then I'm just going to fold it right side out. And the part of the collar that was left open, I just folded the ends in and ironed them flat. And now I'm attaching it to the top of the dress around the collar area. But when I tried to put this on, it was just a little too small. So I ended up making another one and just extended it a little bit on the sides and the top and bottom. And then it fit just right. So I just repeated the same steps and made it a little bit bigger. And now I'm just doing a straight stitch all the way around the collar to attach it to the dress, sewing it as close to the edge as possible, but also making sure to catch that bottom fold as well. And I guess I'll mention it now. I didn't cut any seam allowance with these pattern pieces. I think for the next one I might have to, but this was an oversized dress and I actually didn't even think about seam allowance. Ended up working out well. It fits good in my opinion. And I also added ties to cinch the waist in. And then this is a modification that I felt like I needed to make to extend the length in the back just a little bit and to also give it some weight in the back. Because this is a tablecloth, it doesn't fall the way other fabric might. It kind of stiff, it doesn't drop. So I wanted to make sure the back didn't flop up as I walked or moved around. So I got a velvet belt that I already had, cut the ends off, and then I'm using some scrap fabric to make like a little outer shell for it. And I'm just sewing those pieces together and then making like a tunnel for the belt to go into. And I'm just going to sew this to the bottom hem of the dress around the back only. And it does look a little bit different, but I like when things are different. I don't really mind when it's like a mistake. I take the mistake as character to the piece. So I'll let you see how it looks in the final reveal, but this is just a slight modification. And I didn't mention this, but I did serge all the inside seams of the entire dress. So I thank you so much for watching, and here is the reveal.